The AK74M, VFC's Kalashnikov entry into the GBBR market, and after a 4-month ordeal with customs, it came through. Now the feedback on these things is glowing brighter than an RBMK reactor.
There's graphite on the roof. The whole building's been blown open. The core's exposed.
And I couldn't help but think, it can't be that good. Nothing's that good. They're just putting it on a pedestal. But what if they're not? Just so you guys know, this is not a review, okay? It's not a review. If you know me, you know I like to take my time when I review things, just to see if anything breaks, really. For now, you just might want to know what it's capable of. And using my various processes that I reserve for big reviews, I've collected the central points of interest into a digestible glimpse into this GBBR. So, the VFC AK74M. What can it do?
Внимание! Говорит и показывает Москва.
Привет, comrades. Bada Bing here. Thank you for joining me today. And it's great to be joined by this gorgeous Russian beauty. Now it's no Xenia on a top, but I'm assured it's the next best thing. Although if it doesn't leave me looking like this, I don't want it. If you're not yet subscribed, do consider joining the party. Here, I'm all about gas blowbacks, honest reviews, and coffee. But not just any coffee. Bada Bing Coffee. Yes, the natural progression for me and my channel was pretty obvious, and I missed out on my own hints for years. Now, I'm a small batch coffee roaster, and I personally roast single origin coffees and ship them all across the world. So check out badabingcoffee.com and try one for yourself. Pick up a bag.
I had to ventilate someone.
As it sits, this GBBR has taken lessons learned from the other two mainstream gas blowback AKs on the market and expanded upon them. To fully grasp what we're dealing with here, try to imagine a full steel AK GBBR, but one that has used actual technical diagrams of the real thing and applied those diagrams to a toy replication, and that's pretty much what we have here. It's gorgeous. The lightweight 42-round metal magazines are damn near dimensionally accurate to my real Tula 74 Plum magazines. The geometrical curve is spot on, unlike GHK's. Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there?
To add to that, the quality finishing, hard steel internal contact points, and an all-round robust, rock-solid construction, much like the TM AKM, and that gives you a rough idea of what you're getting into. In short, it's likely the best looking and feeling gas blowback AK on the market today.
Cocainum.
I could go on about this AK's Exquisite attention to detail, but let's get back on track with its capabilities, and first let's get the boring stuff out of the way first by seeing what this is doing on the Chrono. Okay, so here we are using 3.2s and propane, and the FPS holds firm within the early 300s until round 12, where it drops below and into the 290s. So the first column of figures are separated by only a few, or as much as 5 FPS. Beyond the 12th shot is where it spreads out by as much as 8 FPS, something which illustrates best on the graph. The average FPS being 299.6 and 1.32 for the dual output. Fastest to the slowest reading is only a difference of 22.7 FPS, so it doesn't lose a tremendous amount of speed. Rumours of this AK's extreme gas capacity was something I was keen to see. 5 seconds of propane through my Airsoft Innovations plastic adapter transferred 10 grams, and that was able to run off 96 BBs at a rate of 1 shot per second. I thought the rumours were blown way out of proportion. It would appear not. This is astonishing, and we've only just begun. So that's what 5 seconds delivers. Now, 10 seconds shot an incredibly impressive 154 BBs. There must be something wrong here. This is unbelievable. 154 shots from a 10-second gas charge? And the crazy thing was, it was still cycling with the same kind of sharp response. This is the 4th magazine load, by the way, so that's around 120-ish. 15 seconds, and I was beyond the 200 round mark, blasting its last BB before it was truly empty at a staggering 259 shots. Now 20 seconds achieved only a few extra BBs on top of that, with 265, so its total round count for the gas capacity is roughly around that score. It's unbelievable. On paper, VFC have spawned a new generation. It's such a chilling contrast that I'm seriously considering checking the gas block to see if it's recirculating the gas. That's how good it is. Of course, your experience may differ, as we're all exposed to different climatological differences, temperature, elevation, and all of that, so your miles may vary. Shooting the AK74M will leave you with a smile on your face. It's so good for a toy gun. It breaks the shot with such a clear, crisp report, and the recoil hits with a sharp jolt and a clunky metallic clap. Not only does it give you many erections under firing, the audible sensation of the working parts clattering along lets you know that this isn't any ordinary GBBR. It's new, it's cool, it's a glimpse of a generation you've been waiting for, all wrapped up in the rugged beauty of this post-Soviet service rifle. The bolt carrier group is a hefty chunk of steel, but it's supported by a recoil spring that is quite soft. Just shaking the rifle back and forth and you can almost get it to charge its own action. When you begin firing, there's not much tension keeping the bolt carrier in place, and it blasts back quickly and returned almost as fast, aided by the booster spring on the guide rod, completing the circle in rapid time. I think many users will agree with me here when I say that VFC have the best balance of recoil, speed and efficiency. VFC employ like a 2/3 kind of bolt travel on their AKs, so that's good because it keeps the cyclic speed nice, sharp and aggressive. And they've also given us a short stroke addition, which I haven't used on this because I quite like it exactly as it is. You get the best blend of that longer stroke, and plus you got a high rate of fire too, so it's kind of like you're winning on both ends. As for full travel bolt carriers, I don't think they're quite as cool as people think. I mean, I much prefer something like this than something like this. See? I think that's why most brands have avoided going full travel on their bolt carriers, mainly because it abandons the speed that you get in exchange for a few pointless extra centimeters on the bolt carrier's travel.
Today I saw a balloon.
And as I mentioned at the start of this video, I'd rather look like this when I'm shooting an AK than this.
Should we go?
Yeah, much rather look like this. And if you happen to be watching this right now with your parents and suddenly it's awkward, I'm not sorry.
This one is an Admiral.
Admiral Chuck, you died exactly how I wanted to go out, and I salute you. Everyone, raise your glasses to this absolute legend that died doing exactly what he loved, and I am forever envious of his sacrifice. So anyway, Bada Bing Coffee, finest coffee in the world, over 2 million bags sold. I'm not surprised. With your order of Bada Bing Coffee, you will receive some excellent swag, including one of these 2 stickers to commemorate 2 of the best characters from GoldenEye. So these are limited, so get them while you can.
You can't win.
The feedback on these things has not been over-exaggerated. It's another GBBR that is extremely enthusiastic about what it does. The center fire mode is also the best of times. If you wanted to, you could leave it in this mode. You'll run out of ammo long before you run out of puff, and easily blast through the 42 rounds in one squeeze of the trigger. Obviously, temperature dependent.
Is this a machine?
Accuracy with the 74 is okay right out of the box. With my humble Jeff Bio 3.2s, it gathers a series of holes on paper here at 20 meters with no sweat. And at my maximum distance available to me, 70 meters is achievable. And a stock 74 will hop up to 4.5s, just about. 3.2s is about where I hover around, and 3.6s hop nicely too. I struggle to see the BBs at this distance, so forgive me if the majority of the shots are way off. The wind wasn't too bad here, so it's all on me. I'm impressed with the resistance to the cold. For the comparison with the Tokyo Marui AKM, they both spent 2 hours at 0 degrees Celsius, just to make it harder than it actually needs to be. Still cycling, and it's still chambering the BBs. But they are just hitting the deck right ahead of me. And we are empty.
Gailey, you'll successfully hit the metal 17 times.
Do you know Miranda?
Never heard of the bitch.
The VFC AK74M is as good as they say. Out of the box, it's a great GBBR, and I wouldn't touch a single thing about it. You can easily adjust your hop-up and put it to work as soon as you get one. only it's a bit hot for UK sites, so I would recommend throwing in a good end pass for players that need to cool it off. I did with mine, but unfortunately I found the nozzle return spring such a bitch to reinstall. The whole screw on the back retaining plug is annoying. Just getting it to align with the hole in the back of the bolt carrier was a pain, and in my experience, it didn't fall into place very well. I think I initially made the mistake of unscrewing the plug without pushing the nozzle tightly to the back, which then twisted up the spring and caused the alignment problems I was inevitably going to run into. Long story short, I ended up breaking the spring in the subsequent takedowns. I could probably salvage it if I didn't already have the spares on order. For the time being, it's using a spare that I dug out from my old Northeast Airsoft Uzi nozzle. It'll do for now. Anyway, I love just about everything else that they've done with their AK system, and it's pretty much accepted across the community that it holds the distinction of being one of the finest gas blowback rifles available today. I can't wait to see VFC lean into the AK platform a bit more and have released the whole series, much like their retro M16s and the carbines. Now here we come to the user submitted photo of Bada Bing Coffee, and one of my best customers sent in a photo of my sensational Colombian medium roast, ground up for an AeroPress, and pictured with his Tokyo Marui USP9 gas blowback pistol, which has been blessed with a Garda slide and frame, so thank you very much for your continued support, Mark. You're a legend. If you're at home looking at this gorgeous coffee on the screen, much in the same way I look at Xenia,
No more foreplay.
BadaBingCoffee.com is where you can find it. It's 100% single origin coffee, responsibly sourced, roasted by me, and served in a recyclable bag. With a taste that is not only sensational, it's also good for you. Unlike Monster energy drinks that are full of chemicals, sadness, and all kinds of things you do not want in your body. Plus, to make your Bada Bing experience even more authentic, orders will ship out with mini Toblerones, a combination that's guaranteed to make your life better while stocks last. Guys, it's been a pleasure making this video, and I have been thoroughly enjoying the AK74. I hope you enjoyed this video and have come away with a good idea of what you can expect from it. If you found it useful to see the initial what can it do kind of thing, please let me know down below. Thank you to my regulars for the continued support, and of course, those that are just discovering the channel. You can also keep up with regular updates on Facebook and on Instagram if you want to see what's coming up next. So until next time, look after yourselves, my friends. Das Vidania. It's fake. I made this, you know. It just feels good with the thing.